Hello everybody, this is Books of the Stock Market. How's everyone doing? As for me, I'm doing pretty well, other than the fact that I twisted my ankle last week. During a run, it was really hot and windy, so my brain was basically mush towards the end of the run. Also, for some reason, I thought it was a good idea to run with my eyes and my closed because of the wind blowing dust into my eyes. Anyways, I didn't see a rock on the floor, so I stepped on it and twisted my ankle. Fortunately, I was able to run again after 3 to 4 days. But other than that, not much has changed in my life. So with that out of the way, let's get into this week's video. In this week's video, we'll be talking about NFTs. NFTs are one of the few things that recently came out, and I was genuinely confused about them. I know they are digital art pieces that are sold, but I have no idea why some go for $1 million. Also, if the rights of the pieces are sold, does that mean people can't use it? I mean, it's the internet, so I think policing who gets to use it would be pretty hard, which further makes it more confusing that someone would pay so much money to acquire the rights to such digital art pieces. But before we get into what NFTs are, let's do a portfolio update. Let's first look at Ethereum. We see that I'm up 437% in unrealized gains for Ethereum. In the past week, we saw Ethereum go up by around 30%. This is pretty surprising, as we saw Bitcoin only up around 8% for this week. The separation in price action between the two cryptos is pretty bullish for Ethereum, as it confirms the legitimacy of the project and it's not being carried by Bitcoin. Like I said before, Ethereum probably made this monstrous move due to Ethereum 3.0 coming out. Another reason is that Ethereum has been hyped up on Twitter and other forms of social media. Many people are calling for selling their Bitcoin and getting to Ethereum. Personally, I believe this is the incorrect move, as I think Bitcoin is still the king of crypto, and if you're not in Ethereum right now, you probably missed the train. Next, let's look at Litecoin. I'm up around 75.21% in unrealized gains for this position. Litecoin is not doing as well as Ethereum, but it's still doing much better than Bitcoin. Litecoin is up around 70%, which is 10% more than Bitcoin. This sort of price action between Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin tells us that Bitcoin is consolidating. Bitcoin has been consolidating for over a week while other cryptocurrencies have popped off. This would probably suggest that a move to the upside will soon happen. Also, it is important to remember that the longer the consolidation phase, the bigger the move to the upside. This is my Bitcoin position. As you can see, it has not been doing so well. As I said before, Bitcoin has been doing a bit of consolidation. We're still at a deficit, as I started off with $6,000 in this portfolio. The only bright side in this position is the single share of Ethereum that I bought. It's up 45.42%. Hopefully, Bitcoin breaking out from consolidating will soon happen. With the portfolio out of the way, let's get into what NFTs are. But remember to subscribe, like, and press the notification bell for me, as it really helps the channel. I first found out about NFTs when I heard that people were selling basically anything for tons of money. For instance, we saw the CEO of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, sell the first tweet for $2,958,135. He sold this to a person called Sina Estavi. Sina paid using around 1,630 Ether. Sina is the CEO of a blockchain company called Bridge Oracle. Anyways, this tweet sold for almost $3 million, which really caught my mind. So why are people spending so much money on NFTs? Well, to help answer the question, we must know what an NFT is. An NFT stands for a non-fungible token. So what does non-fungible mean? A fungible item is something that is not unique and can be replaced or traded for itself. For instance, a dollar is fungible since you can trade a dollar bill for another dollar bill. A non-fungible item would be something like Jack Dorsey's tweet, since the tweet is the only one in existence. Therefore, NFTs can be anything. They can come in the form of drawings all the way to computer programs. In the end, the act of buying and selling NFTs is like collecting art, but the only difference would be that NFTs are digital. But since it is digital, can't someone just download it? Yes, you can. For instance, someone bought a video by Beeple for $6.6 million. For the people who don't know who Beeple is, he's a prominent graphic designer. Anyways, you could technically download the same video as the person who bought the video for $6.6 million since it's digital. In fact, if you think about it, if you could download it, then technically everyone else could do the same. So why would anyone pay millions of dollars for something that everyone can technically have? Well, the reason is due to how NFTs are constructed. NFTs are made to give you ownership of the work since it's part of the blockchain. This is where crypto tech comes into play. At the most advanced levels, NFTs are part of a blockchain. This means that NFTs are bought and sold using Ethereum, since Ethereum's blockchain allows NFTs to be traded freely, which will be further discussed very shortly. So how does a blockchain make it so that a person who pays $6.6 million becomes the owner of the video? Well, to understand blockchain, we must understand cryptography. Cryptography is basically a way to hide the meaning of your message. The message is only readable to the person it was intended to, while everyone else will not know what the message means, as all the letters are scrambled. The person who the message was for could read it because they would have the key to decipher the random letters. There are usually two keys involved in this process: a private key that you own and a public key that you can give to someone else to open it. To rescramble the message again, the private key can be used to lock the message. This is basically what blockchain tech is based on. Blockchain uses cryptography to authenticate and provide anonymity for transactions. It is called a blockchain because each block is locked by a cryptographic hash, which is a string of letters that identifies it, and the blocks are chained against each other. This chaining is mainly for organization purposes. This is where blockchains and NFTs come together. Ethereum is a blockchain that is used for NFTs because it supports the ERC-721 token standard. A token is stuff made on existing blockchains, while a standard is the blueprint of the class of token. Anyways, token ERC-721 allowed NFT creators to capture information of their pieces and store them as blockchain. This was never done before, as blockchains were only used for fungible pieces such as Bitcoin and different currencies. ERC-721 allows the person who paid for the NFT to transfer the token or the art piece they paid for to their own digital wallet. This means that since the person who paid $6.6 million for the Beeple piece, the person will now have the token in their digital wallet. The act of owning a token is like owning the original copy of the file, so even if everyone could download it, it won't technically matter, as you have the proof that you have the original copy, as you have the token and the keys associated with it. So in the end, NFTs are the modern version of going to an auction and buying classic pieces by Picasso or Van Gogh. The funny thing is that Beeple did an auction at the famous auction house Christie's. At Christie's, Beeple sold an NFT that was worth around $69 million. Therefore, the act of buying and selling NFTs is basically today's digital auction. The important takeaway from all of this is that blockchain is crucial in all of this. As more and more crypto tech becomes implemented into everyday life, cryptocurrencies will be further accepted. And when they are further accepted, we should see a spike in price and less news about governments wanting to outlaw cryptos. Obviously, the pessimists could say that they could ban cryptocurrencies and leave the blockchain tech alone, but yeah, I try to stay positive. Well, that's it for me. If you like this video, press the like button. If you have any questions about this video, leave a comment below. If you want to watch more videos like this, press the subscribe button. This is Books of the Stock Market, and I'll see everyone next week. Thanks.